Hello everyone. Firstly, I introduce myself. My name is Daniel Moreno. I am a student in the University of NAT in the degree program in the foreign language with emphasis on English. This video is for the course of the testing and evaluation in ELT. Finally, I can only say that thank you for your time and for watching this video. Well, with me, it will be until the next time. See you later. Well, in this space, I am going to explain to you the evaluation proposal that I created for this specific community. And you will ask yourself, what community are you talking about? The community I am talking about is this. You can see in the presentation some aspects. Is a group of the Aboriginal boys in the department of the Baupes in Colombia, obviously. And they will ask me, what is this special about of these boys? Well, because the first they are the children between the 10 and the 16 years old. Second is they have 2 hours of English in the day. Well, this is the main things. Apart is the Aboriginal childs. Well, remember. Sorry. Well, the reason I decided to select this population is because the overwhelming chance of the place and the most important of the language. It's keep a strong process not only for the child but also for adults, as they have a chance everything for the culture to their language and food. Well, the uncertainty certainly of the future can generate anxiety in the children. So the motivating children to improve their level of English will be a very favorable decision for them, saying this language allow them to interact in the more essential way in the place we they going to live. In addition to the facilitating to learn in the other areas of the school to which they are going to access they are going to access or of the university, a good university to which they are going to access. Sorry, I confused some. That is the main purpose for which I decided to choose the population. Is the other reason is that with the working with children entering adolescence, many more learning and teaching methods and strategies can be implemented, which is not only useful for them and the same time to develop your English, but from the teacher herself, as it helps you experiment and know what is the best strategy according to the age and content in which you are going to teach. Well, having defined the reason why I decided to select this case of this population, it not only remains to give some more general specific according to the general standard to teach English in Colombia The children between 10 and 16 years old uh, our children must have the level between the A2 to B1, which in the objective of this learning plan is to promote both the areas of speaking and reading and listening, so that is early for them communication verbally, and this achieve only B2 level on the European scale. Well, we are in an era in which technological and social advance allow us to communicate remotely at an impressive speed, which has greatly benefited the human being in these times of pandemic, in which both security protocols and care zone of the same people do not allow the students to attend an institution in a presential way. Well, which is why they open for the new and experiential form of education of was virtual education. Then, even though many institutions and some universities used it or used it, it is not right developed by the amount of distractions that students had when learning in this way. As mentioned, by the situation is forced teachers to reinvent their way of teaching, since they had to focus on more method, on other methods that were feasible for the virtual teaching. However, you may notice that many of the teachers still do not have a clear mastery of the technology, which make just to the them. They prefer to do other things than pay attention to classes, which has led a notable increase in Colombia school dropouts, not only in English institutions, in schools, and in various universities. It should be noted that the educators use the virtual methods or e-learnings had a definite idea of what the best teaching strategy was when there were few students, saying there was such a prompt change in the equation in such a short time. The clumsiness and lack of ability of teachers to carry out this type of teaching is called minutis the first months. Sorry. After the beginning of the pandemic, there are many areas in which the teachers themselves have already innovated and improved, which I have been able to demonstrate science. There are pages which help with the design of material, in addition to having more planning time, interactive activities can be so, which help the students maintain interest in wanting to learn something new things. Science for now is the safest method of the teacher and learning. It's better opt for the virtual learning. For a while, To do this correctly, the teacher has to do several things before uh, to enter the classes, which consider be: first, check the internet connection. Second, check the audio and camera. Third, set a fixed time for the class is very important. And the most important point is design material that is interactive and not linear. That holds a student's interest is the more important. Well, for this project I focus on a learning approach and strategy. As it was evidenced when I was speaking before, the approach I decided to take is a virtual teaching. Well, in general, it can be affirmed that face-to-face education and distance education are two modes of education, where teaching learning methods, but also didactic means, organization forms, time programming, and evaluation systems. Therefore, it's not only the methodology that change. So things are established that distance and presence are two modalities. For the development of the training process in a higher education, even the administrative or managed process of the training vary notably between the face-to-face modality and the distance modality. So the concept of the modality or mode is more comprehensive than the of the methodology in the difference them. The strategy I decided on for this project is the e-learning space I mentioned it before this. Since the e-learning is a teaching system or teaching strategy that requires a great effort on the part of the student. In this way, in addition to the current theoretical knowledge, the student enhances key skills such as reasoning responsibly or decision making. Most of the e-learning courses have a considerable duration in order to adapt to the reality of the students. Therefore, this side of the training allows the students to have the possibility of completing them at their own pace and taking the time they need to acquire the knowledge. Well, in this case, contrary to what the many people consider it, the only training does not imply that they are alone. Through the online platform, you can contact with your virtual tutor and classmates to resolve any type of question, and in addition, she can be permanently informed of the student progress. It's very good for the students in this type. The most important thing with of the book though and one of the greatest advantages offered by e-learning training is the flexibility in the schedule is the more important. This is the principal factor for decide select this modality is the flexibility in the studies in this the student enjoys a great time flexibility without having the obligation to attending the class in person. To thanks to this, the student can be combined her personal and work life with her training with a total freedom. Well, I can see one negative consequence of this type of learning for my experience. Well, the only negative thing that I want was evident of this according to my experience. I can see before is that the student do not learn in the same way as in the face-to-face environment. Uh, for what I see this says in the virtual environment there are many distracting ones compared to the face-to-face environment. Uh, it's more for my experience. I discern many in the process of learning. Well, and you ask, how will the learning process be evaluated in this project? Well, let me say, the indigenous students need to be assimilated into a new world. The new technologies are spreading everywhere, and they have to able to manage them as future professionals. They also need a lot of encouragement to help them understand the new to learn the English language. It is important to mention that a tutorial program or personalized session could be good ways to improve your motivation toward learning English, not only in the virtual mode, but also in face-to-face courses. Well, I think the periodically development of the skills of the students has to evaluate at least 2 times every 3 months. It can be evaluated according to the competences and objectives of the course, or under more general regulation that will be the level of the European framework. In this, well, in this table, you can see you can see the objectives, the preference indicators, the recommend tools and activities. Well, it's a little, but it's very effective this table. Well, before starting with the activities that will help the teachers to improve the level of English of the student and body, it is necessary for the teacher to know what is the level age of a student is at, or if they wish the growth in general. For this, the teacher will provide the age of the students with an English assessment instrument, which are the following. You can see is this is my assignment, my instrument. Well, once the teacher delivers the instrument, he or she asks the student body to help set assist their English. It's explained that the instrument is a scale from the 0 to 10. So that in each item there circle the number which they think is their level. In addition, it should be clarified to the student that they not leave any item in blank, and if they have any question, consult the well. Once the group level of English has been obtained, the activities to be carried out by the teacher with their student are planned. Is both inside and outside the classroom? Well, after the development of the activities that each the teacher managed to do in the week, fortnight, month, or quarter, that time is stipulated by the teacher. Well, the student must be diagnosed again with the English assessment instrument. Well, finally, as part of this proposal, plans are offered with the activities in each of the English language skills. Well, the plan have the specific objectives I see before, that specific activities and the specific approximated time. Well, that the teacher needs to carry out each activity and the type of evaluation that can be carried out with the activity. Sorry, I thought for more many time. It is clarified that in the content column, it is the life open for the teacher to place those that they think they can cover according to the topic they are working on, as this will change according to the age academic level. Well, on the other hand, it is suggested that the proposed activity be carried out throughout the year, as allowed by the age subject of the study. In addition, they can be done both inside and outside the class. I see this before. As already mentioned, it is suggested to the teacher that once the activities had been carried out, they use the English instrument again in their students, so that they can diagnose them again. Well, while I was mentioning this, they were able to observe on the screen, in this screen, the tables that will be used in the teaching process of the students. Well, these were designed in a careful way to help the students to have a better understanding of the language in their skills or abilities, and in case want to see them in a more detailed or more quality way, I will leave a link or some links with the images so that you can see them better. Well, finally, I can only say that thank you for your time and for watching this video. Well, with me, it will be until the next time. See you later.